What's up, guys? We just finished up Trail 172 in American Fork Canyon. We started at the junction with Trail 40. So from 40 up to where it intersects with 39 is just a straight up climb. But it's actually a pretty fun trail. If you're experienced, if you're a beginner, you're going to have a little bit of difficulty because it's pretty rocky and it's pretty steep in sections, and it's trench-like. There's very high walls on both sides. I got caught up on a couple of them. And so, you know, that front tire, man, once it starts to dig into that sidewall, it just wants to take you into it. So you just got to be prepared for that.
Yeah. I just, when it happens to me, I almost ride it like a roller coaster, just bounce back and forth until I get some momentum going, and it seems to straighten me back out. But yeah, I mean, if you can keep your balance, it's actually kind of fun to kind of parkour around on those things.
Yeah. You know, the one fun part about this trail, there's actually quite a few little jumps that you can get some pretty good air on. I mean, I'm not a jumper. Devin's not a jumper, but you know, it felt like I was getting some air. Maybe whether or not I was getting air, I have no idea, but it felt like it, and it felt good.
Whatever it feels like in the stomach, that's all that really matters.
Yeah, I got the butterflies, so so yeah, that's a lot of fun. But the first little section is washed out. There's like a perennial stream that we've ridden that trail 2 times up and down. It's a little bit easier going down, I think, than going up. At least I didn't get as tired going down it as I did going up it. I got a little bit of arm pump, just because it is pretty steep in sections.
Well, it's really steep, but there's a lot of just smaller rock that really just jar you around and don't allow you to get really any good traction. We're on 250, so we can't really lug them down quite like if you're on a bigger bike. So we're first gear and we're spinning the RPM, so we're not really. If you're on a 450, you could probably get it down into third, maybe even fourth gear, and really lug it, and it probably wouldn't be as bad.
Yeah, and the other thing with those it's not like a lot of the other trails within American Fork Canyon where it's just huge boulders. They're loose surface rocks, and because of that, you can't get traction like Devin said, but then also you kind of get jarred and bucked around, and I had a hard time getting settled in the seat because of that. Yeah. I'd finally get comfortable, and then I'd get bucked, and then I'd have to get my reposition myself, and then I'd get bucked again. And
you almost have to ride it like a horse jockey. You're not really, you're up off the seat, maybe an inch or two, and you're really you can sit when you can, but it's really, you're kind of on your own spring, because the suspension's just really it's soaking it up, but not enough, and it could be pretty rough.
Yeah, so the stronger your lower body is, the better off you're going to be on the trail, because you'll be able to kind of stay in that suspended sitting position a lot longer, and you won't get bucked around as much. That back tire can do whatever it wants because you're not sitting on it. It's like it's not even there.
Yeah, and if you can stand up, especially in those trench areas, you can kind of use your body as a pendulum and keep when the bike starts to go one way on up the side of the trench, you can at least, if you're standing, you can get your body over to the other side and help counteract that without much steering.
Yeah, so there's a few tips that we found helpful. I hope you found them helpful when you try and ride Trail 172. Overall, from a beginner's perspective, it's a difficult trail, just because it's pretty steep and it has a lot of loose rocks. But as you get some more seat time and you feel like you're confident enough to come out and tackle it, come on out and try it out. It's a great trail, and once you get to the top, you get a spectacular view of the backside of Mount Timpanogos. It's absolutely amazing. So anyway, that's our impression of Trail 172.